This is the second video on Pythagoras for your 9Theta classes. What I would like you to do is read your knowledge organiser. Watch this video and use it to work through the examples from page 1. Try the questions from the knowledge organiser on page 2 and complete any maths watchwork set. So your example from page 1 is the same as what we did yesterday. So just to sum up on what we did there, we used Pythagoras' theorem, which is that a squared and b squared equals our longest side, which can be called h squared or c squared. In words, what we do is we square our two sides, our two shorter sides, and we add them together to give us the square of our longest side. We then square root that. Now, the problems that you have today are worded problems, and what I'm going to do is work through two of those as examples to help you be able to get started on those. On each of the questions where there isn't a diagram drawn, what I would like you to do is draw yourself a diagram. So it says find the length of the longest side of the right angle triangle if the other two lengths are 8.7 and 6.1 in length. So sketch yourself a right angle triangle and then label the sides. Now the side that I'm looking for, I just like to label X. The one side is 6.1, the other side is 8.7, and we have a right angle triangle. So we just do from this the same thing that we did yesterday. We're going to do the square of these two sides. So I'm going to do 8.7 squared, add 6.1 squared, and I'm going to say that that equals the square of the longest side. When I square each of these numbers and add them together, we can use a calculator for this. What we get is 112.9. What I then want to do is square root that number. So I'm going to get square root 112.9. And if I square root that, what comes out is 10.62544, and it goes on. Now, because these lengths are in centimetres, I'm going to round this to one decimal place because these lengths are also in one decimal place. So my final answer for this is going to be 10.6 centimetres when it's rounded to one decimal place. Okay, right. My next question I'm going to go through with you says that you are asked to find the distance PS in the rectangle below. So again, PS is this length here. Now, some of you will be able to visualize the right angle triangle from that. Some of you might prefer the right angle triangle to be drawn out next to it to make it a little bit easier for you to visualize. Now that's completely up to you. I don't mind if you do that. It's always better to draw your triangles out to help you understand what you're looking to do. So in this problem here, again, we have got A and B, and we've got our longest side, which is X. So we're going to square these two sides and add them together to give the square of that longest side. So we do 120 squared, add 180 squared equals our X squared. Now, when we square 120 and square 180, what comes out is, and I'm just going to double check my answer there, what comes out is 46,800. Now, we want to square root this, similar to how we did before. We put it into this under the square root sign, and we'll get a long number that comes out. That is 216.3331, and it goes on for a long time. All of these numbers are rounded to the nearest whole number, so I'm also going to round this to the nearest whole number. And what I get is 216 centimetres. You could have given your answer to one decimal place if you wanted and had that alternatively, because it doesn't give you any instructions in terms of that. Okay, these questions are similar to all the other ones on that question sheet for you. What I would like you to do is use this to help you complete the questions from page 2 of your knowledge organiser in any maths watchwork set. Thank you.